So with this mod equipped, we now have the popular belief from a lot of people saying that concentrated IVARA might take a lot of skill to play. So my question is, does it take a lot of skill to play? Hello everyone, it's DA here with an updated build for IVARA, and as you guys have anticipated, this will revolve around the use of the new augment and the use of the Artemis bow. So before we get into the builds, we all know about the extra crit that this mod gives you. You know about the single arrow shots instead of 7, and I'm sure by now you know that you will have to sacrifice your punch through for the greater cause. So does it take a lot of skill to play IVARA with this mod equipped? My answer is going to be no, it does not. Now it is true that to reach the full potential of this power, you have to score a headshot almost every single time. But here's the good part to keep your mind at ease. Ultimate abilities are in every single video game as your last resort. Every Warframe has their own all or nothing ability, and this is what the Artemis bow is for a lot of you out there. So unless you will be shooting at every single enemy with the Artemis bow, you don't really need that so-called skill. All you need to do is to lower your sensitivity if you already have it on a higher level. And that's all you have to do to score those headshots. You'll basically be using this like you use your regular bow trying to score a headshot, or like you use your sniper rifle. And with that cleared out of the way, let's get into the builds. Two things are very important in this case, and that is going to be your Warframe and your primary weapons. The mods you have on those two things will determine the damage and the radius of the blast on your newfound Artemis bow mod. Now, like most exalted abilities, Revo mods and some of your selective mods will not work on them, but I found a great use for Argon Scope in my setup, because a lot of people will tell you that it might not work. However, I tested it out and I saw that it worked. I don't know if it's a bug, but you know what, we're just going to roll with it. Now remember, you can rearrange every single mod in my builds, and this is one of the things that I will say, hey, you know what, build a mod for whatever you feel comfortable with. So starting with the Warframe, I went with the strength build, not the highest strength build out there, but it is enough to deal damage if I don't land a headshot. I added my survival mods, then I also added the augment, which of course in this case is very important. Now I know you're wondering, DA, why do you need duration in this build since we're going to be only using Artemis bow? Well, I'm glad you asked. I added duration because I wanted to still be able to use IVARA as a stealth frame. That is very important for me. It may not be important for you, but personally, I wanted that. Plus, you all know that IVARA also gets 40% bonus damage on headshots whenever you are using your cloaked ability. So that is very important. To get that full potential, go invisible and take that massive shot, and you can deal a lot of damage. So to end it all, I used some arcanes to test the effect. Now I will say Arcane Avenger will give you that red crit if that is one thing that you're looking for, but IVARA cannot take a lot of beating, so Arcane Avenger is kind of pointless, but you can use other arcanes to compensate for anything that you are lacking in your build. Now next we have to move on to the weapons. I'm using my Daikyu and I have modded it for crits. Once again, you can switch things around in this build, in this setup. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but this is just a reference and a guide for you to follow. Two of my most important mods here are going to be Hunter Munitions and my Vital Sense mod. Because we know that we're definitely going to get a crit on this ultimate ability, the best thing for us to do is actually benefit from that by using Hunter Munitions. It gives you that slash proc and your enemies will die quicker without even adding elemental mods. This is the beauty of this augment. Though critical delay reduces fire rate, that will also not matter in this case because fire rate is not going to be a big thing. It will not even matter with your ultimate ability, so you're not going to be dealing with any charge or anything like that. All you have to do is to add critical delay, you get that extra crit, gives you a whole lot of benefit in the long run. Now with this build, you can jump into any tile set, any mission, certain level of enemies, chins up, knowing that you're the man, you're the woman, you know you have all the strength and all the power. And if you don't have the desired stealth frame yet, I would suggest that you try out IVARA. IVARA is a really great and awesome frame. She is really powerful. She is amazing. And some might even say she is the best stealth frame out there. So if you haven't found a stealth frame yet that you want to use in your daily missions, then I will say go ahead and check that out. Now, this build can even go further than what I am showing you right now, but you will have to sacrifice too much for that damage, and that is one of the things that I felt like will not be a huge benefit to a lot of you guys in the long run. So thank you for watching this video. Hope this video helps you. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you in the next one.